Are you looking forward to this atmosphere? There hasn't been a lot of fun around here in the last month or so.
Well, there was last game. So you bring me back. You bring me back to the bad stuff. That's okay. Still trying to go forward, but yeah, this is an exciting, I think, event. The league's been planning for a long time. The city's been planning for a long time. Our team's been planning for a long time, and I think our fans are looking forward to it. And so are we. First event of that kind for me myself. So it's exciting, and our families are living it too. So I think it's a very positive. I think look for us and everybody in the city. So it's very exciting.
Back left, God. Coach, there's something to be said for the fact. Sorry, just over here. Just something to be said for the fact that getting that win on Wednesday, was there maybe just a little bit of a different feel coming to the rink this morning and being able to enjoy just a little bit more because, and just what goes on with having a win in your last game? Is there something to be said for that too?
Well, the day the win, the day that we were home, that was huge. Just being home, that was gigantic for us. Seeing our families and having a feel somewhat normal, and I think everybody was energized by being home. And the fact that we were basically gone for almost a month, I think we just got energized by it. We played great, and I think even though we're not in our home building, we still felt this is going to be home for us. And we feel that if we focus every game on one game, all the games that we've played, regardless of whether we've won them or if we've lost games before, the guys always showed up very enthusiastic at the rink. So that has never changed. So I don't see it changing today. But do we have more enthusiasm because we've won a game? Maybe after the game, but the next day it starts back at zero. So I think I'd love to say that we can draw from the last game, but whether we win or lose, you got to start back at zero, and this is a day to get started because we need to practice. We got a day off. We got to get revved up again, and it starts today.
Back left. Go ahead.
Me? Yeah. Good. Okay. Wasn't sure. Guy, just when you look at the last, I think, 4 or 5 regular season games against the Habs, you guys haven't had a ton of success. Is there one thing in particular you could put your finger on and say, yeah, you know what, specifically, I would like to address this when we play this particular opponent?
Well, if I did have something, I certainly wouldn't say it here. Every game's been different. So, they got a good team. They got great goaltending, and obviously it's hard to get through the goaltender. And we have to work extremely hard around him to just like any other good goaltenders in the league. But they've got some fast forwards that can throw a wrench in what you're trying to do defensively, and they have. But I think the last game that we played them was a 2-1 game. It was a pretty equal game. So we're looking to have this same type of game where hopefully we can get the result that we want by the end. But there's no magical formula here. Our players have to be better than theirs, and we got to be good at what we do because we'll know they'll be good at what they do, and it should be a hard-fought game. So I wouldn't pretend to be Aladdin here and tell you that there's some magical thing right now that we've got figured out against the Canadians.
Sergey on the right side.
Hey, Coach. Is there anything you can take away from the Global Series in terms of how to handle the possible distractions of an event like this that's different from a regular hockey game?
Well, to be in the moment is always what you're looking for. But yeah, there are a lot of distractions. But really, there hasn't been for us. Yesterday, the players were home. Today, they're coming straight to the rink, and they got to deal with the media in a few minutes. But really, besides that, we're going to practice, and the outlook is a bit different. But what we need to do, what we need to talk about, is exactly the same as a normal game. The one thing that is different is the ice surface. We got to try it out. We got to feel it out. from everything we hear, that's different. Obviously, being outside and depending on tomorrow how much wind there's going to be and so on, that will be different. But in terms of what we need to do and what we need to tackle in terms of our approach, that is exactly the same. So, and you know, tomorrow during the day, it's not like the players have to deal with that many things either. I think really it's all about the show. It's about tomorrow night when the puck drops, and we're going to prepare exactly like we normally prepare. But going to Sweden was different in terms of traveling. That was very different. You're in a different country, and you know, there's things that were different. But I mean, we're home now, so in that regard, I think we're. It's big, but I think it's big on the outside more than it is on the inside, to be honest with you.
Front left, Bruce.
Yes, Bruce.
I think I know the answer.
Are we going
to this,
back
but
here, or are we going forward?
No,
oh, okay.
Your goalie tomorrow?
Hey, it's Andy.
And important to put him in this kind of situation?
Oh, yeah, that was the plan all along. I never thought otherwise. Last week we went exactly, we followed the plan that we wanted to follow with the goaltenders. To have done something differently, we would have needed, I don't know, something outstanding from our goaltender that maybe we would have thought on a back-to-back to change something, but yeah.
But I guess, what did you see from him the other night that...
I saw him. I saw him. That's what we're looking for, and that's what we got. And definitely, if he's himself, we're a different team, that's for sure. And he played great, and we rely on him. He's our #1 goalie, and you know, like I said, it's just a matter of time before he gives us one of those games, and he did. And we're looking forward to some more for sure.
You just said it's maybe bigger on the outside than it is on the inside. So what's it like on the inside? Because right now there are times on the outside it seems a little chaotic. There's lots of rumors about Erik Karlsson and the owner, and the team's not doing well. So what's it like on the inside as you prepare for this game?
None of what you're talking about. That's we you know, it's. I'll be honest with you. Those subjects, they only come when you guys address it to us, because inside the room we never talk about these things. They don't, certainly not part of our plan when we go play against an opponent. You know, we talk about what's going to go on the ice, what's going to happen. We talk about individual players. We talk about pairings and lines in our plan and all of that. So that hasn't changed. Apart from the fact that, you know, we're coming in this morning, we're feeling out the facilities. That's different, but they're great facilities. I mean, it's vast in there, a lot of space. You know, the guys had their breakfast here just like they would back home in our rink. So we made it as, and our therapists and everybody, the whole staff has done a terrific job of really making it as cozy and as natural and normal as usual. So I think players are excited this morning. So there's, I think anything coming from the outside, noise and all that, that's not something that we address. It's not part of what we have any control over, and it doesn't help or hurt us.
On the right side.
Obviously, there are still 2 points on the line tomorrow night, but does an event like this kind of give you a chance to pause and mentally reset when you've been struggling for a little while? And do you think the guys can use this as sort of a springboard to turn things around going forward?
Every minute of your day is a moment to change things that you'd want to change. You know, I think the biggest thing for us is not the fact that we're having this type of particular game. I think that this makes it exciting, this makes it different, but I think we need it big time to come back home. Like I said, we've been almost on the road for a month, so that was huge. And just to come back, I just saw the energy change the other day at home. So in that regard, I don't think that we had terrific energy last game, great enthusiasm. We're happy to be home, and it's the same feeling, really. So I hate to make these one moment things as if it was baseball and that one guy's going to bat it and there goes your home run and that's the moment. And it's every day is a moment. Every game's an opportunity. Every period's something where you can do something good with. That's been our approach. It's always been. That's what it was last year. It's what it was in the playoffs. That's what it's been since day one. So it's and it's the same when we do well. You know, last game was good, but it's over. It's a new game against new players, and our players have to reload and get revved up again, and we get another opportunity, and that's what we're looking for.